All right, picture this. You're sitting on the couch, relaxing after a long day, minding your own business. And then, a paw appears. Just like that. No warning, no explanation. Just a soft little paw, resting on your leg. Your dog looks at you, staring, almost like they're waiting for something. Now, if you're a dog owner, you've probably seen this happen 100 times. But let me ask you this. Do you actually know what it means? Because trust me, it's not just a cute habit. Your dog is trying to tell you something. Is it love? Is it a secret message? Or is your dog just a master manipulator who knows exactly how to get what they want? Oh, you'd be surprised. Here's where it gets crazy. The meaning behind this completely depends on the situation. Sometimes it's heartwarming. Sometimes it's deeply emotional. And sometimes it's just a sneaky trick to get more treats. So, before you assume it's just cute, stick around. Because by the time we hit reason number 1, you'll realize your dog has been talking to you this whole time, and you never even knew. Let's start with the most heartwarming reason. Sometimes, when your dog puts their paw on you, it simply means I love you. Think of it like a dog's version of holding hands. It's their way of saying, I'm here, I trust you, and I just want to be close to you. And get this, science actually backs this up. Studies show that when dogs physically connect with their owners, their bodies release oxytocin. That's the same love hormone that strengthens the bond between mothers and babies. So next time your dog gently places their paw on you, give them a scratch, a cuddle, or even just a smile. Because in that moment, they're telling you, you're their favorite person in the world. Now, let's talk about the attention-seeking paw, because let's be honest, this is the one we've all experienced. You're sitting there, scrolling on your phone, watching TV, or maybe just lost in thought, and suddenly, tap. A tiny paw lands on your leg. You ignore it. Tap. You glance down. Tap, tap, tap. Oh yeah, now they've got your full attention. Dogs hate being ignored, and if they feel like they're not getting enough love, enough playtime, or let's be real, enough snacks, oh, trust me, they will make it known. This is the dog version of your friend tapping you on the shoulder when you're busy. The difference? Dogs don't believe in personal space, and they don't stop after one polite tap. They will keep going until you acknowledge them. And you know what? It works, because the second they do it, you stop what you're doing, you look down, and bam, they win. Now you're rubbing their belly, throwing their toy, or reaching for that treat jar. So next time your dog insists on putting their paw on you, just know you've been successfully trained. Now, this is where things get deeply emotional, because sometimes when your dog puts their paw on you, they're not just being cute. They're saying, I need you right now. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to emotions. They don't just hear you, they feel you. They know when you're sad, when you're stressed, when something just isn't right. And when they're the ones feeling anxious, they turn to you for comfort. Think about it. During a thunderstorm, fireworks, or a new unfamiliar place, your dog might press their paw into your arm or rest it gently on your chest. It's their way of saying, I trust you. You make me feel safe. And here's the beautiful part. They're not just seeking comfort. They're also giving it. Studies show that dogs instinctively reach out to their owners when they sense distress, almost like a way of saying, I'm here for you too. So, if your dog ever places their paw on you during a tough moment, just know they feel what you feel. And sometimes all they want is to let you know you're not alone. You ever scold your dog, and suddenly they just lift their paw and place it on you? Oh yeah, that's the I'm sorry paw. Dogs aren't just smart, they're deeply emotional. They can sense when you're angry, upset, or disappointed. And guess what? They hate it. So, when they put their paw on you after doing something wrong, it's their way of saying, please don't be mad. I didn't mean it. It's like their version of an apology, without the words. And let's be real, it works every time. Because the moment they do it, your heart melts, and suddenly, whatever they did, doesn't seem that bad anymore. So if your dog ever gives you the I'm sorry paw, just know you've already forgiven them. Okay, let's be real. Sometimes when your dog puts their paw on you, it's not about love, comfort, or deep emotions. Sometimes, it's just a demand. You know the moment. It's right before dinner, and suddenly, tap. You glance down, tap, tap. Oh, they're serious. They're not asking, they're ordering. If your dog paws at you around mealtime, trust me, they're not trying to be polite. They're placing an order like a tiny furry restaurant critic demanding better service. This is classic dog manipulation. They know exactly what they're doing. If they're cute enough, persistent enough, oh, you're going to give in. Let's be honest, it works every time. The second they do it, you laugh, you cave, and suddenly, they've won. And if you try to ignore them, oh, they will double down. They will paw harder, faster, more dramatically, because they know if they keep going, eventually, you'll give in. And you know what? They're right. Every single time. Sometimes a paw means one thing and one thing only. It's playtime, human. Dogs are social creatures. They thrive on fun, movement, and interaction. So when they're full of energy but you're just sitting there doing nothing, oh, trust me, they're going to fix that. Immediately. You know the routine? Your dog brings over their favorite toy, drops it at your feet, but you don't move. Tap, you look down. Tap, tap. Yeah, they're not asking. This is a command. This is not a suggestion, not an optional activity. This is your dog saying, get up, let's go, right now. And if you ignore them, oh, they will escalate. First, a tap, then, faster tapping. And if that doesn't work, barking, zoomies, or straight up dropping the toy in your lap. Because in their mind, there's only one solution. You will play with them. Now, this is where things get interesting. Because sometimes, a paw isn't sweet, it's a power move. See, in the wild, dominance is established through physical touch. And when a dog places their paw on top of you, sometimes they're not asking, they're declaring. This usually happens in strong-willed or alpha dogs. They're asserting control over the situation. And guess what? If you always give in to it, they know they're in charge. It's subtle, but pay attention. If your dog presses their paw down firmly while making direct eye contact, that's not just affection, that's leadership. They're saying, I call the shots. And let's be honest, it's kind of funny. 1 minute, you're the pack leader. The next, you're following orders. Now, this isn't always a bad thing, but if your dog always does this, and you constantly give in, you might need to reassert who's really in charge. All right, let's talk about something a little more serious. The anxious paw. Dogs don't just experience joy and excitement. They feel stress, uncertainty, and fear too. And when they're anxious, oh, they reach out, literally. You might notice it during loud noises, unfamiliar places, or when something just feels off. Your dog might pace, pant, or even tremble, and then, suddenly, they place a paw on you. It's not random. This is their way of grounding themselves, a way to say, I don't feel safe right now, but you make me feel better. And science backs this up. Studies show that dogs physically seek touch to ease anxiety, just like humans do. So if your dog suddenly starts placing their paw on you in a tense moment, pay attention. They're not just asking for affection, they need reassurance. All right, we've talked about love, playfulness, anxiety, and even a little manipulation. But this one will hit you right in the heart. Sometimes, when a dog places their paw on you, it's not a request, not a demand. It's just a moment. A quiet way of saying, I see you, I'll miss you. Dogs know when you're about to leave. They recognize routines, the way you grab your keys, put on your shoes, or give that last glance before walking out the door. And right before you go, they lift their paw, place it gently on you, and look up, like they're asking, you're coming back, right? It's their way of holding on to you, even for just a second longer. And let's be honest, it's impossible not to feel that. So the next time your dog gives you the goodbye paw, take an extra second. Give them a pat, a hug, a promise, because to them, you're their whole world. All right, now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments, does your dog do this? And if they do, which type of paw is it? Is it the I love you paw, the feed me now paw? Or, be honest, is your dog a tiny manipulator who just knows exactly how to get what they want? And if you loved this video, don't forget to hit that like button, because let's be real, your dog would totally want you to. If you want more fun, emotional, and insightful dog content, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, we have so much more to share. Thanks for watching, and most importantly, go give your dog some extra love today. They deserve it. See you in the next one.